Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting's live flag-to-flag coverage of the Doghouse Racing League Shoney's Tuesday Night Truck Series. My name's Josh Hall. We're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway here on iRacing, getting ready for 60 laps. Something new here tonight that these drivers will have to deal with is the Geico restart zone. That's right, iRacing has implemented restart zones now. As we see Chris Leftwich going around with Mike Leftwich there. Couple drivers involved as well, but yeah, the Geico restart zone is now in play. What that is there is a restart zone that is marked on the track, and as the drivers approach it, they can only start, the leader can only start within that zone. So we'll see that come into play all night long tonight. That could change restarts up a little bit if we have any restarts, although these races have been going green flag from pretty much flag to flag from the beginning. Let's take a look at our standings coming into tonight. Andrew Pratt at the top of the board. Jeremiah Stutzman back in second. Kevin Thompson in third. Jason Miz and Christopher Simon round out your top five. Chris Leftwich, Doug Solm, Marshall Johnson, Danielle Leftwich, and Justin McMahon round out your top 10 in points here tonight. And we'll take a look at our team standings. You see Twisted Axle East at the top of the board. At the top, Motorsports sitting back there in second. Has quite the margin to gain as they are more than 80 points back. Twisted Axle North back in third. LNS Motorsports, Last Chance Racing, Southern Motorsports, Elite Southern Motorsports, Southeast Motorsports 2, and Southeast Motorsports is the standings as they run in the teams. We got about a minute left here at Charlotte. This is what most people would consider the home track for most NASCAR teams, as Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina, just outside of where most of the race teams are. So Jeremiah Stutzman in that 71 machine, making his way around the track, and Charlotte's a little different than most racetracks. You see the grass that's in the infield that's not actually grass, that is AstroTurf. Makes it a little different sliding through there. The trucks don't slow down as much, but there's no grass to do any damage to the trucks either, so it makes it a little bit easier on the equipment as they make their way through the grass. If they get spun down there, you see Jonathan Jennings in that 200 red machine. Currently fourth in the standings in practice here. We got about 10 seconds left before we get qualifying underway. Everyone, thank everybody for joining us here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting's live coverage of the Shoney's Tuesday Night Truck Series. Of course, Doghouse Racing League's Tuesday Night Truck Series would be proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations and try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar and take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Of course, they do have those fresh strawberry pies that are great for family or office gatherings, holidays, picnics, or any celebration that you'd like to make just a little bit sweeter. So Shoney's. We got our first trucks out on track right now. We see the Philadelphia Flyers truck, Adam Duff, out on track. To see a lot of hockey fans out here on track. I know Kevin Thompson's also a huge hockey fan. He swept the series last night to move on to the Stanley Cup. You see Adam Duff running that higher line right now, trying to get some momentum put down a good lap here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You see him get right down to that blue line through turns 1 and 2. That's what you want to do. You want to go all the way down to the blue line, try to shorten the track as much as you can and see if you can hustle up to the top of the board. Just 3 minutes left here in qualifying. And Duff made his way off of turn number 4 to the quad oval. Across the line and through the AstroTurf, and he's going to jump up to the top of the board. Mike Leftwich just went P2. See Mike Hayes making his way out onto track right now. And we'll see as Mike Hayes makes his way around the track here, and we take a look. You'll see a blue zone at the inside of the track right there, that Toyota restart zone. That is going to be the area where the drivers are going to be able to fire off. So we'll see that come into play tonight. Again, that's a new thing that iRacing just implemented with the restart zone. The rule is on the initial start, the leader has to go on the green flag. The way it works on any restarts is the leader can choose to go anywheres within those 2 white lines that say restart zone. He cannot go earlier than that, but he must fire off by the last line. If he does not, then the green flag goes in the air, and the outside line or inside line, wherever the leader chooses, can catch the leader snoozing, if you will. So it's his prerogative. He can go anywhere in that zone, but it has to be in that zone. That's the important thing there. Kevin Thompson out on track. Thompson's first lap was good enough for 16th. Let's see what he's able to do here on his second lap. There on that blue line, trying to shorten the track the best he can, unwinds the wheel off the corner, across the stripe, and Kevin Thompson is only going to move up into the 15th position. And with about 30 seconds left, we see Jason Miz having some trouble on the backstretch. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to set a time, and that is going to do it for... Well, Justin McMahon just jumped up to P2 at the very last second. So with 15 seconds left here in qualifying, doesn't look like anybody else is going to be out there to make a time. And we'll get ready to take a look at our starting grid. And starting on pole tonight will be the 28 of Adam Duff with Miles Nelson in the 00 to his outside in position number 2. Jess McMahon goes into the 3rd position, and Christopher Leftwich qualifies P4. P5 is Michael Sema with Michael Leftwich in the 60 in the 6th position, and Mike Hayes and Andrew St. Cyr roll off row number 4. Marshall Johnson qualifies 9th, and Eric Peck in the 10th position. Chad Waller 11th, Kevin Powell in 12th. Row 7 finds David Husley and Jeffrey Wimmer. Then Stephen Hayes and Kevin Thompson back in row number 8. Bill Gentry, Christopher Simon round out row 9. And your final row 10 will be Kenny Heath and Andrew Pratt. Eddie Rivers in 21st. Jeremiah Stutzman in 22nd. Jason Miz and Adam Gardner share row number 12. Row 13, Jonathan Jennings and Austin McGill in 26th. 27th, Leander Johnson, Daniel Wilkerson 28th. Doug Solms in the 29th position. Steve Gerber 30th. And Randall Barnett round out the field here at Charlotte. And if we can take a look at the back of the pack here, We are just outside where that restart zone is. So again, the restart zone is only going to come into play here. That's that red section of the track you see right there to the left where the chicane is. That's only going to come into play if we have a restart. On the initial start, the leader has to go on green. But any subsequent, any restart after that, the leader has to choose to start within that zone. If he goes earlier than that zone, he will get black flagged. If he goes later than that zone, the green flag will be thrown by the starter. And the second place driver has the opportunity to drive right on around. As the field gets rolling here, we get ready to do 60 laps here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Adam Duff on pole, Miles Nelson to his outside. And Charlotte starts off as almost like a super speedway. We'll see some drafting, we'll see some big moves on the fresh tires, but as the tires start to wear out, the trucks really start to push, get tight. We'll see these trucks start to slide around a little bit. Get ready, here we go. Pace cars getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Adam Duff leads them down to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Charlotte. Adam Duff already getting a great run down into turn number 1. Nelson on the high side, trying to fight back. There's a little bit of a side draft here. McMahon on the low side, trying to tuck up in front of Christopher Leftwich. He's not going to be able to do that though. They go side by side into turn number 3 for the lead. McMahon pushed up the track just a little bit, almost got into Leftwich. Had to make a little bit of an evasive maneuver, and the 7-0 got really loose coming off of turn number 4. That's going to allow McMahon to get right around Miles Nelson. And we've got one around in the back already. Kevin Thompson has looped it. The yellow flag is out. That's going to bring up our first wreckage rewind of the night as we take a look to see what happened to Kevin Thompson. So we see Kevin Thompson there on the outside of the 42 of Stephen Hayes. Oh, just makes contact with the 73 of Jeffrey Wimmer. We see Thompson going up and over on his roof. Looks like the 5 might have made a little bit of comment. That's Kenny, a little bit of contact there. That was Kenny Heath. And we saw Leander Johnson had an issue in this as well. Oh, just trying to lock it down to avoid it. Looks like he didn't hit anything, so he should be in good shape. Yeah, he kept that off the wall. So fantastic job keeping that off the wall. But Kevin Thompson's in a heap of trouble. A lot of damage to his truck. As we know, there's no resets in this league. So he's going to be going a lap down here as he had to get towed back to pit road. And that might be all she wrote for the 21 tonight. We see a couple drivers making their way down onto pit road. We see Andrew Pratt, Jeff Wimmer, Bill Gentry, Kenny Heath, Jeremiah Stutzman, Jonathan Jennings, Jason Miz, Adam Gardner, Doug Solms, Eddie Rivers, Kevin Thompson was on pit road due to the incident there. So this will be the first time we see the restart zone. So we'll see how Adam Duff chooses, see if he chooses the high lane or the low lane. And again, the green flag will come out as soon as he hits the gas and starts to go within that zone. If he starts too early, he will receive a black flag. If he does not start in that zone, the green flag will come out and racing will resume. And there will be no penalties for any drivers that pass the leader before the start-finish line. I believe lights will be shutting off on the pace car this time by. We'll re-rack them, restack them, get ready to refire them. Well, lights are still on the pace car, so we'll be going one more lap, or at least 2 more laps here as they finish getting all caught up and all the drivers lined up here where they should be. Again, we want to thank our great sponsor, Shoney's, for sponsoring the Tuesday Night Truck Series. Doghouse Racing League's Tuesday Night Truck Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations, try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar, and take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Of course, those strawberry pies are great for family and office gatherings, holidays, picnics, and any celebration you'd like to make just a little bit sweeter. So check out your local West Virginia location or any location across the country. I know where I'm at in the Northeast, we don't have Shoney's, but next time I go on vacation, I'll definitely be checking one out. So here we go, lights are off on the pace car. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, get ready to refire them. Adam Duff will choose the inside lane, putting Justin McMahon up on the high side. This will be the first time we see that restart zone come into play. Miles Nelson sits back in second. Michael Sema back in third. Christopher Leftwich in fifth. And Michael Hayes in the sixth position. A couple drivers making some big moves already. Austin McGill in the 99, already up 10 spots from where he started. So we'll see if he can continue his march through the field. So here we go. Adam Duff's going to lead him back down to the Geico restart zone. We'll see the Geico on the wall. That will be the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing. Adam Duff gets a great jump. Miles Nelson's going to get into the second position. McMahon going to fall back to third. Now trying to make a move here. And we see Christopher Leftwich underneath the 96 of Michael Hayes as well. So Christopher Leftwich has a run. He's going to try to get underneath Dina. Coming down into turn number 3. Thompson says, let's go to this box. It looks like his night is over. He still has teammates through on here as Miles Nelson coming to take the lead away from Adam Duff. They're fighting side by side off of turn number 2. drag racing down the backstretch. Nelson using a little bit of a side draft, trying to pull that 28 machine backwards. They can run down into the corner, but right now they are pretty much even side by side off of turn number 4. McMahon sitting there right behind, watching the action. Watching for either one of these drivers to slip up so he can make a move himself. He's already seen them battle side by side cover because both those drivers are going to tear up their tires. While McMahon's going to be able to run his line a little further back. So a couple battles back here, David Hisley and the 66 Chad Waller side by side. As the battle up front continues. Now McMahon's starting to catch up to these two just a little bit. In the house right now. See that position. Trying to tuck back behind. Trying to take it back down to the bottom now. Adam Duff is able to put himself down for a moment, but the side-by-side racing continues for the lead. Jump back to the lead now. Down to the bottom. McMahon can do anything with Miles Nelson. Look down into the inside. Just not quite there yet. And we got a battle back here between one of Eric Peck and Michael Hayes in 12. St. Court in the mix here as well. And Stephen Hayes in the 42 and the 66 are Chad Waller going at it side by side. So great racing all across the track. We got another battle for the lead, almost 3 wide for the lead. McMahon was taking a look down underneath Miles Nelson. Nelson was trying to make a move underneath Adam Duff, and now those two are side by side for second. But McMahon's going to take that in line behind Nelson. Michael Silva has joined the mix here as well, along with Christopher Leftwich. So a couple Shoney's trucks up here in the mix. Top 5 cars are under a blanket as they come on to number 2. Great battle team up here. Johnson trying to get down underneath the one of Eric Peck. Underway side by side down the front stretch with the 42. Stephen Hayes in the mix here as well. Kevin Powell just behind these drivers. Johnson pushes one of Eric Peck up the track just a little bit, trying to take his line away and get that position, but Eric Peck gets a great run off the front. Up front though, Miles Nelson stuck on the bottom. Here comes Just McMahon up on the high side. Move McMahon up into the second position. Now is he going to try to challenge Adam Duff for the lead? There's Mike Hayes now in the picture, trying to get around number 13 of Christopher Leftwich. St. Paul right there in the mix here as well. So great battles all over the track here tonight at Charlotte. Marshall Johnson and the one of Eric Pecker continue to go at it as we got a battle for the lead. Mcmahon was just on the back bumper trying to give a huge push. Adam Duff trying to intimidate him a little bit, trying to mess up his line there. Once you get that driver behind you looking in the mirror, he's going to stop looking out the windshield, and it gives him an opportunity to force a mistake on that driver in front of you and try to take that position away. That's exactly what it looks like Mcmahon is trying to do, as he is all over. Now looking down to the inside of Adam Duff as they go into turn number 1. Can McMahon get the drive off the corner, or is Adam Duff going to get the good run off the high side? They are still side by side. Adam Duff with the advantage into turn number 3. And the nice thing about Charlotte, unlike Atlanta or Texas, the exit of turn number 4 into the quad oval isn't quite as narrow, so it gives you an opportunity to get some good racing. At Texas, it really narrows out there, and being side by side off of turn 4 is not where you want to be. But here at Charlotte, it gives you a little more room for racing, as we've got Michael Sema now looking down underneath the 00 of Mile Nelson. The 96 of Mike Hayes right there as well. Oh, the 00 got a little loose entering the corner. That's going to allow Sema to get right there underneath. Here's where that super speedway-esque racing could come into play if a driver could get down underneath the 00, give a push to that 3 Shoney's machine. It would push him forward. He'd be able to get around that 00, but right now everybody's kind of running their own line behind. Not helping either driver, as we've got a battle for the lead yet again. McMahon down on the low side. This time he's much better run off the corner. Not quite able to clear the 28 of Adam Duff as they rocket down the backstretch side by side into turn number 3. McMahon on the lower side has a clear advantage coming off the corner. Duff, though, fighting back hard. He's got that thing hooked up on the high side. But back into turn number 1, McMahon looks like he's able to drive it in just a little bit deeper. Although Adam Duff gets the good run off the high side, gets to keep his momentum up off the corner. And they continue to go at it side by side for the lead. And we are approaching halfway. Pit stops will be underway in just a few moments as this battle continues, and McMahon finally gets around Adam Duff to take the lead. Duff, though, fighting back on the high side. He knows he's been able to use that high side, but Duff not able to fight back this time. A little further back. Almost some 3-wide racing as we saw Andrew St. Cyr up on the high side. Christopher Leftwich underneath. Waller was trying to make it 3-wide for a second. Almost some contact between the 13 and the 12. Michael Sema has cleared the 96 of Michael Hayes, and he is starting to pull away, trying to catch up to the 2 leaders in front, who are just about a second in front of him. So here comes the 66 of Chad Waller, trying to get around St. Cyr. Down into the corner. It looks like he's going to clear St. Cyr. So move Waller up into the 7th position. Now Miles Nelson under attack by the 13 of Christopher Leftwich. Leftwich able to get down underneath the 00. And he powers through the corner, pushes up the track. May have overdrove that corner just a little bit. He had to get out of it to keep from running into the side of the 00. That kills all his momentum, and here comes Chad Waller right here into the mix as well. A little further back, we've got a couple battles on track. We see the 99 of Austin McGill and the 93 of Kevin Powell. This is a battle for 12th. Just in front of that, we've got a battle between Andrew Pratt and Marshall Johnson. Pratt's going to get the run on the high side. He's going to take away, get himself up into the top 10. He's going to set his sights on the 42 of Stephen Hayes. Hayes is starting to fall back just a little bit. So now we've got a battle back here again. We see Waller trying to take a look down underneath Christopher Leftwich. Not quite able to get there. And Adam Duff continues to slide backwards now. He's fallen almost a second off of our leader, Justin McMahon, and now Michael Sema and Mike Hayes both here in the mix, trying to take away second and third from Adam Duff. Duff, though, able to fire back as Sema and Hayes are going to battle side by side off of turn number 2. Couple drivers starting their pit stop cycle. We see Bill Gentry on pit road along with David Husley. Ooh, Husley has some heavy damage to the right side of his truck. And we see McMahon now making his way down on the pit road. Adam Duff on pit road as well. And ooh, that might have been a bit of a too fast of an entry for Adam Duff, as he made up a ton of time, got around McMahon, who was almost a second in front. So we'll have to keep an eye to see if Duff is penalized for too fast on pit road as Michael Hayes takes over the lead. And now Duff is going to make his way down on, Michael Hayes is going to make his way down on the pit road. He's going to get slowed down in time. See McMahon down and away, Duff down and away, the 00 down and away as well. So Miles Nelson down and away as well, and a great job for Adam Duff, able to get on and off of pit road so much quicker than McMahon. And that's a battle for the race lead. Now Stephen Hayes coming down onto pit road this time. Looks like he's having some issues. He's way off the pace. And Andrew Pratt takes over the lead with the 2 of Jonathan Jennings back in second. Now we've seen these drivers pretty much cutting the race in half, pitting just past halfway. We'll have to see just how far these drivers can take the fuel. The other thing is time on track. Here comes Andrew Pratt on the pit road. Jonathan Jennings on the pit road as well. Doug Solms making his way on the pit road. Jeremiah Stutzman's going to dough around. Solms almost loses it coming on the pit road. And Adam Duff will retake the lead with Mike Hayes back in second. And Justin McMahon sliding back to third. Now we know McMahon has the long run speed. We'll see if this plays into his favor. Miles Nelson right behind as well. So after an early caution on lap 2, We've gone green flag as we come to 25 laps to go. Adam Duff is your leader. Adam Duff starting on the pole. Was challenged early in the race. Showed he could make that high side work. Now that he's out in front all by himself, he'll be able to use any line he wants. Save those tires a little bit more as he's not fighting with somebody. Speaking of fighting, back behind Mcmahon and Michael Hayes. It looked like they were going to be going at it for a moment, but now McMahon's going to fall back in line. A little further back, Kevin Powell in the 93, taking a look down underneath the 9. Jason Miz. I know his truck says 9, but the ticker says 7. And Michael Hayes now under attack as Adam Duff. As they're catching some lap traffic as well. This is going to, I think, help Hayes right now. I'm sorry, it's going to help Duff right now. As he's able to stay up and not get caught up in this lap traffic. We saw him use that high lane earlier and make it work for him. Keep him out in front. Now he's using that high lane to get around the lap traffic. Now he's going to take a look down to the inside of the 42 of Stephen Hayes. Take that back. Stephen Hayes out in front. Able to stay out there in front. Here comes the 96 of Mike Hayes. Taking a look up on the high side. We've seen different lines work all night long as Mike Hayes and Adam Duff are side by side. Normally we've seen Duff being challenged on the high side. Now we see him challenged on the low side. As Mike Hayes is going to have the lead by just a nose as we have 20 laps to go here at Charlotte. And again, Justin McMahon waiting in the wings in case somebody slips up and makes a mistake. Ooh, Duff tucks in between the 96 of Hayes and Justin McMahon. And that lap traffic does not seem to be interfering right now as McMahon now taking a look down to the inside. Not quite able to make a move though. As this battle's heating up, we've got another battle heating up between Michael Sema and Kevin Powell. Sema's got a lot of damage to the left side of his truck. Not sure where he got that damage from, but it's slowing him down tremendously as he was running up front for most of this race. Now he finds himself battling back in 13th place as we see the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman taking a look around Kevin Powell and move him up into the 11th position. Andrew St. Cyr in the 12, battling with the 67 of Doug Solms, back in 16th and 17th. Normally we see St. Cyr up at the front. He was up there earlier. Not sure if he had a speeding penalty on pit road or something that set him back. But now Mike Hayes starting to pull away from the 28 of Adam Duff and McMahon. This is about the time his truck really starts to show. When they cross the stripe this time by, we will have just 15 laps to go. Stutzman now all over the back bumper of Marshall Johnson, trying to crawl himself up into the top 10. And he's going to look right down underneath, and he's going to take that position away, so move Stutzman up into the top 10. As Adam Duff was just getting challenged by the 20 of Justin McMahon. Jeremiah Stutzman's not someone that we talk about all that much, but currently second in points. And that's just been because of consistency. He's got 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s in 6 starts. So only finished 1 race outside the top 10. Here he is running top 10 again. That shows that consistency can get you up towards the front. See a battle back here between Christopher Simon and Andrew Pratt. This is a battle for 5th position. Pratt looking up to the high side. He's going to get the run up off the high side. He's going to take that position away. So move Andrew Pratt up into the 5th position. As Mike Hayes out in front with just 12 laps to go has almost a 1-second lead over Adam Duff and Justin McMahon. So Mike Hayes, with 2 starts here in the Shoney's Truck Series, with 1 win and 2 top 5s, showing his dominance the last few races. We had the off week last week. Now he's up at the front. And we're coming to just 10 laps to go here at Charlotte. And Justin McMahon has gotten around Adam Duff. Adam Duff is starting to fall back a little bit. Let's take a look back at how the pass was made. And oh, that's why Duff hard contact with the outside wall. That allows McMahon to crawl right around. So tough break for Duff. Now Duff going to be off the pace a little bit. He is. He's about a half a second slower than our 2 leaders. Miles Nelson runs in the 4th position, excuse me. Does he have enough time to run down Adam Duff and get himself up onto the podium after Duff made that hard contact with the wall? Now with a 1.5-second lead, though, unless a yellow comes out or something tremendous happens up front, I don't think there's enough time for Justin McMahon to run down the 96 of Mike Hayes. Kevin Powell, Jason Miz battling back here. This is for the 11th and 12th position. Looks like Miz might have been up in the wall. You see Adam Gardner just behind as well. Now we see that damage to the right side of that 9 machine, and that's why that 9 is falling back right now. Aerodynamics play a lot here at Charlotte. You see a little bit of damage to Adam Gardner's truck, but not quite as much as we see on the 9, and that's why Gardner is able to get right down underneath and move himself up into the 12th position as Miz continues to fall backwards. Miles Nelson is being challenged by Andrew Pratt in the 75. Pratt showing a lot of speed this late run. We saw him go around Christopher Simon on the high side. Now he's battling with Miles Nelson on the high side, and that 75 is hooked up there on rails on the high side, able to get around Miles Nelson, although Nelson is trying to fight back. Nelson's got a little bit of damage to the right side of his truck as well, and move the 75 of Andrew Pratt up into 4th. Now with 5 laps to go, can Andrew Pratt get around Adam Duff to get himself on the podium? He's within striking distance, and he's been running quite a bit faster. About a half a second a lap faster. We'll keep an eye on that as Mike Hayes still out in front. He's got a 2.5 second lead over second place Justin McMahon. And with 4 laps to go, Andrew Pratt is coming right now. We can see the gap between him and Andrew Duff. He's been ripping that high side still. So showing a lot of speed up on that high side as he's almost to the back bumper of the 28. So the 28 injured after smacking the wall hard, and he's going to try to take, I thought he was going to take a look down to the inside, but he's going to try to do it up on the high side yet again. And we have just 2 laps to go. As Andrew Pratt moves himself onto the podium by getting around this 28 of Adam Duff. And he's going to clear him off of turn number 2. Up front, Michael Hayes comes off of turn number 4 to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. No yellow flag anymore. It's been put away. Mike Hayes makes his way off of turn number 2. And with a 3-second lead, he's pretty much just on cruise control. And off of turn number 4, checkered flag is in the air once again for Mike Hayes, getting his 2nd win of the season. Justin McMahon going to come home in 2nd. Andrew Pratt comes home 3rd. And there's a battle back here. Nope, I take that back. Adam Duff comes home 4th. And Jonathan Jennings will wind up in the 5th position. But it's all about the driver of the 96 here tonight. Mike Hayes getting his 2nd win of the season in just his 3rd race in the league. He's going to bring it down to the start-finish line and burn it down. Celebrating his dominant win here tonight at Charlotte. Let's take a look at the full results. Mike Hayes, again, is your winner over Justin McMahon, Andrew Pratt, Adam Duff, and Jonathan Jennings in the top 5. Miles Nelson falls back to 6th. Christopher Simon, Jeremiah Stetson, Marshall Johnson, and Doug Solms round out your top 10. 11th was Kevin Powell with Michael Sema in 12th. Adam Gardner makes up 11 spots up into the 13th position. Bill Gentry up in the 14th. Jason Miz 15th. Mike Leftwich in the 16th place. 17th, Eric Peck. Andrew St. Cor comes home in 18th. 19th, Stephen Hayes and Jeffrey Wimmer round out the top 20. 21st was Leander Johnson. David Husley comes home 22nd. Eddie Rivers in 23rd. Kenny Heath 24th. Christopher Leftwich falls all the way back to 25th. Chad Waller 26th. Austin McGill 27th. Kevin Thompson rounds out the field in 28th. As we get ready to talk to our podium drivers here tonight. And we will start first with our third finisher, Andrew Pratt. Andrew, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I got you loud and clear.
Man, great run here tonight. Making up 17 positions from where you started. Using that high line to make a lot of passes. You seem to be one of the only drivers really working that high line. Is that something you found in practice, or did it just come to you as the race went on?
I found that in practice earlier on. The longer the run went on, I was able to just stay up there, just not cook my right front quite as much and keep my momentum up. But not everyone was running up there, so I said, hey, we'll take a shot at it. We pitted under that first yellow flag and topped off, but didn't take tires. And then there was kind of a kerfuffle when people were coming to pit road, and I inherited the lead real quick there, and I think that helped us jump a few spots, but was able to go long on that second stint, and then have a short run with some fresh tires, just try and mow them down one at a time, which we did pretty good at. But by the end, I had no right front left, so I was going pretty hard.
Yeah, at the end of the race there, you were one of the last drivers to come on pit road on lap 35. So, again, though, great run here tonight. And, man, is that kind of the strategy coming into the race? Did you think you were going to try to run it as long, or were you not expecting that yellow flag to come out immediately?
Well, I knew it was a possibility because trucks are loose in traffic, but the plan was just to ride it out and actually try and, save some fuel on that first run to make it on one stop, because we were actually, if you just went flat out and raced, you were going to be short. And so we were planning on saving tire and fuel, but that caution kind of changed the strategy there and opened it up for the alternate, which worked out well.
Well, again, congratulations with the podium here tonight. Before we let you go, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give?
Yeah, thank everyone on my team, Twisted Axle East and Twisted Axle South. Having a real good season with everyone, and glad they're all part of the team. And just say hi to my mom and dad tonight, and hopefully they put on a good show for them.
It was definitely a good show, and it was a great showing for you. Like I said, hooked up on that high side like nobody else. So congrats on that, and good luck as the season goes on.
All right, thank you.
As your third place finisher, Andrew Pratt. Let's bring in your second place finisher, Justin McMahon. Justin, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Man, a great run here tonight, showing the long run speed. I thought you might add something for Mike Hayes there at the end because you were one of the faster cars on the long run all night long. What was the secret to being so fast longer than anybody else?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's just my corner entrance coming into 1 and 2, or I was kind of backing out of the throttle a little bit there early on, and I think when some of the guys were trying to run almost wide open through 1 and 2. I don't know if that helped or not, but I don't know, the car just running great. I didn't want to have to come in for fuel. I wanted to stay out, but unfortunately I had to pit, and I screwed up my pit entrance, and I ended up getting past coming into pit road. So that kind of screwed me over a little bit, which allowed Michael to take advantage of it when he made his round.
Yeah, I saw you come on the pit road that way. I actually thought that and Adam Duff sped the way he came around you, but man, pit stops were not your friend, it looks like, tonight, but you're able to still hold on for a second place finish. Was that kind of the strategy you were expecting to run it out like that, or were you expecting, think there might have been another caution or two?
I was expecting there to be another caution, to be honest with you. I had a couple of my teammates near the middle of the pack, and they said it was pretty hectic back there for a little while, so I was anticipating another caution, give us a reset, but I was just going for it. I didn't have anything to lose there, and I burned my stuff up trying to catch Mike there at the end, and I got tight and I hit the wall a little bit there with a few laps to go. So, oh well. I mean, it was fun. I had a lot of fun racing these guys tonight.
For sure, and got to test out that restart zone for the first time here tonight as well. So that was fun to watch. And congrats on the second place finish. Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out? Any thanks you got to give to anybody here tonight?
Oh yeah, BMF Detailing for the sponsor on the truck, and Daniel, Eddie, and Bill on Southern Motorsports, and you guys for the broadcast.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thanks.
That was your second place finisher, Justin McMahon. Let's bring in your winner tonight, Mike Hayes. Mike, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
So third race in the league, in your second win in your third top five, showing some dominance in the last 3 weeks here, getting it done here at Charlotte. Showed outright speed all race long, and it was incredible to watch you up there. Looked like you had probably the best long run speed besides Justin McMahon. What was the secret to keeping the long run speed as well as some of these other drivers were able to?
To be honest, I don't really know. I guess it was just the line I was running and how I was braking and going off the corner. The car just felt pretty good. It didn't feel tight as some of the other guys felt. It just felt good for my driving style. It was pretty easy for whatever reason.
For sure, and being out front in the clean air definitely helps as well. And pit stops seem to be some people's nemesis here tonight. You were able to get on and off of pit road pretty well, but still fell back behind. You had to drive back up through the field, and there was some lap traffic there right after the pit stops. Did that make you a little bit nervous as we saw the caution come out early in the run, if you think that you might have saw something come out there as well?
Yeah, I was nervous when I came into pit road because I was expecting to be multiple seconds behind those guys because I pitted a lap after them. So I came cruising down pit road, and I don't know how I didn't get a speeding penalty, but luckily I didn't. When I came out almost side by side with the 28, which was eventually then leader 28. And yeah, then we came up on some lap cars, and that got exciting for a few laps for sure. But luckily I knew I had to find a way around the 28 so that way I can get into my tire saving mode. That way I can keep the thing up front. So luckily I got by him pretty quickly there.
For sure, but definitely a great run for you tonight, able to navigate that lap traffic and get yourself a big lead to take home the win. So congratulations again. Before we let you go tonight, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give?
Shout out to you. Shout out for the broadcaster. Shout out to Doghouse for having the race. Every race I ran in so far has always been fun. So yeah, shout out to Lazy Lizards. I know Michael's probably watching.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats, and we look forward to seeing how many more races you could win here in the season with as we're about halfway through the season. So again, congrats, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Right. So there you have it. Your winner, Mike Hayes. 2 out of the last 3 races he's won. And all 3 races he's finished in the top 5. So a dominating performance. And we'll see if he's able to climb up the point standings a little bit with his showing of speed the last few weeks. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. Great race, and congrats to Mike Hayes. We saw a lot of action. We saw a lot of side-by-side racing, and man, if we can get more racing like that throughout the season, this will be a fantastic close to the season. Next week, we go super speedway racing as we are going to be taking on Daytona International. So tune in to that next week at 7:50 p.m. Eastern. Next up on Intensity Broadcasting, we will have the SCSRA Truck Series taking on Nashville Super Speedway. That's going to be a great one as well. It's going to be the last race before the playoffs, so you're going to want to tune in for that. Of course, live iRacing Wednesday night as well with the SCSRA Xfinity Series. Thursday night is our Thunderstruck Series. And we won't have any racing on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday for a couple weeks, as the original Rebels are going to be taking a couple weeks off. But they'll be back within about a month or so, and then we'll be back to 7 nights a week of live iRacing. Again, my name is Josh Hall. Thanks for tuning in tonight here on the Intensity Broadcasting Network. This was the Doghouse Racing League Shoney's Truck Series, and as our boy Atlan Weiss would say, over